Could you start by telling me, please, are we going to watch the best fighter in the world?
I believe so. My pound-for-pound best fighter in the world is Terence Crawford, but Lomachenko is right there with 12 professional fights, 3 world championships, 3 different three different divisions. He's one of the baddest guys on the planet, without question. You know, I'm with ESPN. ESPN has him #1 pound because of that reason. But I just love Terence Crawford's skills. I love the fact that he's just so dynamic. He does so much. But yes, greatness tomorrow night. You're going to be watching Lomachenko. Great footwork, phenomenal footwork. He's not like any other fighter out there. You know, the way he moves around guys, get on that 90-degree angle, comes back to the middle. The way that he's aggressive with his offense, aggressive with his defense. Not like Mayweather. Mayweather's the type of guy that don't, shy away from action. No, this is a fighter that does it at the forefront, in the front of you. All right, he can also do it on the back, but in the front of you, work around you, take your best, give his best, and they call him Lomachenko. You want to know why? Because he takes all the weapons away from his opponents, and he leaves them dry in the corner, sitting in the corner with just their cup and their boxing shoes on. But he takes everything else away from them, baby. That's it. So yeah, I think we could be watching the best fighter in the world.
You just mentioned he's unlike anyone else in the world. So how do you beat a fighter like that?
Well, I just know this. Skill for skill, there's not a guy that can compete with him, okay? What he does is foot movement, get in and out of range. There's not a guy that's going to be able to outbox Lomachenko around this weight class. If he goes up in weight, okay, then that's a different story at 140. But between 126, 135, there's not a guy out there yet that I see that can give him problems. But the guy that could is going to be a guy that has extreme discipline, a guy that can withstand and look past all the footwork and all the movement and all that, can look past that and stay laser focused, and a guy that knows how to deliver his power punch. Okay, it's one thing to have punching power, but it's another thing to know how to deliver it to the target, how to hit the target. It's gonna take a guy that's gonna have to weather the storm. See, he's over here, all right, he's over here, all right, now he's back in the middle, and then boom, hurt Lomachenko, drop him, hurt him, and then he gets up and he finishes him. That's what type of fighter it's going to take to beat a guy like Lomachenko.
Anthony Crawford is a bigger man than Lomachenko. Is he that fighter?
A bigger man, that don't mean anything in a boxing ring. The only time that means something is when you have a great big man versus the great small man. Well, you got to go with the great big man, all right? Besides, man, I've been undersized my whole career, fought in a weight class where, I didn't belong. But I was still able to manage because I had the mental toughness and I had the skill and the discipline to do what I had to do for 12 rounds over and over and over to get the victory. Now, Crolla, the way he can get it done, he got to beat that drum. Go down to the body. He got to bring that sauce for the ribs, barbecue sauce. Bam, bam, bam. Break him down to the body. Step to him. Stay close. You can't fight a conservative fight against Lomachenko. You gonna sit on the outside, get picked to pieces, and then all of a sudden you gonna find it in your heart. Oh, I don't want to be here. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna quit. And one more thing I want to tell the fans out there. No one can force you to do anything you don't want to do. You need to understand that. No one can force you. All right. So Loma's gonna do what Loma's gonna do, but it's your job as the fighter to do what you supposed to do. All right. To alter that. Okay, so when these guys are quitting, on the stool, I'm done. It's because they made a choice themselves that, hey, I'm good, I want out, I want to go home. That's it. Loma don't stop these guys. These guys are quitting. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make that clear. It's just a choice by the opponent to quit. Not what Loma's doing. Y'all both in there boxing. Come on.
Why is it you see Terence Crawford as the world's best fighter?
Because Terence Crawford, one, has the accolades. He's the same. 3-division world champion. He unified a division. Lomachenko hasn't been able to unify the division because no one wants to fight him at 126, 130. Okay? And at 135, he's trying to get the belt fight with Mikey Garcia, and these guys don't want to fight, man. It's like, come on. Don't we want to be the best? Don't we want to be remembered? You know what I mean? Don't we want to be a legend in the sport? Man, I wanted to be a legend in the sport. You know what I mean? I've had plenty of opportunities, okay? And so, I have Terence Crawford #1 because of what he's done. He's done a little bit more than Loma. Even though Loma has done it in a shorter period of time, you know what I mean, with 12 fights, which is unreal. But I just love the skill set of Crawford. I love the fact he can fight from both positions. He's long, he's rangy. You know, he's a guy that can fight coming forward, a guy that can fight moving backwards. He's just a really hard, difficult guy to deal with, period. And he's mean. He don't come in there to just box you. He come in there to knock you out. That's it. I'm going to find a way, the key, to knock you out, period.
Finally, next week he's fighting Amir Khan, an opponent you're familiar with. How do you see that fight going? Do you give Khan much chance?
Man, look, I always say anybody has a chance in boxing, okay? Put the shoes on the same way, two hands the same way. But how you operate these, all right, is the most important thing in there. Amir Khan was good in his heyday. He was great in his heyday. But these are the type of fights, see, Terence Crawford knows that he can't have a lackluster performance, and he knows he can't take Khan lightly. Even though Khan chin is suspect, he can't take him lightly, okay? And at the highest level, you can't take any opponent, even if it looks like it's going to be a easy win or a fair win. No, Khan, veteran in the sport, former world champion, he needs these type of fights to get up. The man got a mansion. The man got, you know, a nice car, probably about 6, 7 cars. You know, he's living life. He's feeling good about himself. Okay, but these are the type of fights that get an older fighter up, get him up, make him scared, make him fear a guy. So he goes back to doing what he used to do to get prepared for his fights, more focused than ever. Because he has to be, because he knows it's an opportunity that, hey, if I beat Terence Crawford, then I'm the man. I'm #1 pound for pound. I beat Crawford. And that right there will catapult his career. It'll be a rebirth. He can brag all the way to the grave. I beat the #1. I became the #1 pound for pound fighter in the game. And I've never reached that height. I wanted to. Closest I got was 3, but that was one of my goals before I exited boxing. But I never had the opportunity to do that. You know what I mean? I got out the game before that. But, hey, it's very important, man, becoming #1 pound for pound, becoming a legend, man. And that's what it's all about. And like I said before, man, you know, Loma, Terence Crawford, these are the type of guys that the sport, other guys in the sport need to follow. These guys want to fight the best. That's all they want to do. They want to fight the best guys in the world. They want to collect belts. It's important to them. A lot of guys are just worried about money, all right? It's a combination of both. But when I'm talking about being a champion, oh, you're a champion, okay, all right. But if you're not willing to unify the title, all right, you just want to be a champion. But these guys, champions are remembered. But like I said, legends are never forgotten. They're always talked about, constantly, through the years of boxing. Boxing's been around for over 100 years, baby. And that's what Lomachenko and Terence Crawford, those guys, they want to be legendary.
Tim, thanks very much.